Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don. Now, the thing is, the parents... Now, there's good news and bad news. The good news... Oh, this thing's still recording. Sorry, I'm getting very nervous right now. The good news... I've got that one debt paid off. The bad news is I have sort of bills. Phone bill, you know. And also, I'm going to need to at least get a job. I'm looking around still. Looking around yet again. I was looking around one time before, did like 5 applications or something like that. Anyway, that's like not exactly beyond the point, but you get the idea. The idea is I'm going to need to be a little independent. Independence is something we all want, but we don't but you can't exactly pinpoint why you want it the best, why you specifically want it. The thing I'm going to be associating with mobility, I've put a list here. Actually, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm going to encourage you guys to make your own list. List that you're going to need to make for your independent thing of her if you do move out of the house. Anyway, independence, the first thing we're going to need is mobility. Easy to say. I mean, there would be some times that I'm going to need some help with getting from place to place, but I don't want that to be every time I have to go anywhere. So, sure, I have walked from place to place. I do have the scooter thingy. We do have bikes. I shouldn't have said that, but I do need to learn how to drive. Eventually. I can't say that I can drive quite yet. A few more times on the go-kart should do it. Just on my neck. Anyway. So, mobility would be like me getting from place to place. Also, the second thing I'm going to need is stability. Is to be stable. A job. And all that. Stuff. You get the idea. I mean, I'm not wanting to be Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Bill Cosby. Definitely not Bill Cosby. I don't want to be exactly one of the successful guys. I mean, I do want to do well in life. I want to do well in general, but I don't want to be one of those guys. I mean, if I can sell a few things here and there, everything good. As long as I'm not doing it too often. That would be stability. At least I want some of it. 3, social skills. Anyone who knows me personally, this is the part where I kind of fall short, you can say. I'm sort of trying, but there's going to be those odd quirks, odd laps, that odd thingamajiggy, odd thingamahickey. You get the idea. When I say something I shouldn't be saying, or I shouldn't be saying something, or I don't say anything at all, and you take it as me being very unhappy about myself for you guys. Don't get me wrong, I am very happy at times, but not all the time. The next on the list, personal skills. A brother to one of my subscribers. There's a shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm not going to name names. I'll do a video dedicated solely to shout outs later. Eventually. And he was saying, it was basically how did you do that? First I was thinking, what made you think of doing vlogging? And I first thought the question was what were you thinking? He said, no, don't worry, I'm not you're not in trouble for anything like that. So he said, then it turned from like, what were you thinking, to like, how did you do that? Not exactly in that sense or something like that. It's like, he said like, he said, I somehow figured out how to be recording my voice and face and recording the gameplay on the screen. The screen. There. Anyway, I told him, honestly, and as modestly as I can, it was just an app. He said, but even so, you figured out how to use the thing on an Android phone. And pretty soon, like, if you figured out how to do it on an Android phone, you'd be able to do it on an Apple phone, an iPhone. You get the idea. Anyway, yeah. And also, I would need personal space. That's a biggie for me, because some people are really clingy. Some people have to keep tabs on me every second of every day. And the parents, I wanted, with the parents, they could check in on me once a week, once a month-ish, sort of. Think of it this way. Like, if I do move out and they visit once a month or something like that, 25th of whatever month, every day Christmas every month. But I need space. I don't want to deal with people too long. Okay, that's kind of cutting into the whole thing of the social skills. The next thing I'm going to want is all my debts paid off. Easier said than done. Dave Ramsey, if you heard that, yeah. Actually, I have a debt with the mother because she helped pay off certain debt that I don't need to talk about too long. Again, that would make it sound like I'm a bad person and not. However, you get the idea. The debt just moved from our local government to directly to the mother. You get the idea. I don't want to owe her too much, or any security. Which would be the next one. How am I going to do security? Sure, your home is your castle, but I don't need your kingdom. But it depends. Am I in a good neighborhood, or am I in a bad neighborhood with cheap rent? Or a good neighborhood with expensive rent, and I have a few expensive things in the neighborhood that I don't want getting thrashed. Either way, I would be in a catch-20 no matter what I do. So I'd want to, like, the best of both worlds, like, good neighborhood, good rent. I'd have to find this middle ground. But until I find this middle ground, there's going to be problems. Number 8, livability, as in, I need also, there would be bills anyway. Phone bill, as I already said. Rent, depends on if I am going to rent an apartment, rent. There's going to be, like, utilities as well. Yeah, lights, water, the heat, stuff like that. Eating. I'm not gonna go for Pizza Hut every once a week. Although that would be pretty nice. And also there would be the whole thing of the Christmas every month. Christmas once a month thing. And where I get to, like, the family visits and whatnot. And finally, on the 9th on my list, personal goals. Personal goals is in, like, I don't know, making a certain amount of videos in a day. You get a better job, get a better apartment, make some friends that are a bit more mature than I am, and sociable than I am. Both would be pretty nice. Well, the sociable part would be pretty nice, but you get the idea. Anyway, that's my basic list of independents. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your comments. And as always, I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.